Hello everybody and welcome back to Jared Opens a Box and welcome to the season finale of Jared Opens a Box Season 4. And I have been holding off on this one for quite some time, and I'll tell you why in just a few seconds, but it's finally time to review the Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach Funko action figures. These have been out since last August, and the reason I was trying to hold off on it is because I was trying to wait for when Security Breach was even going to come out. Because originally the game was supposed to release in December of last year, but a lot of things got in the way, and we don't even know when it's coming out yet this year. But I couldn't hold off any longer. I was really excited to bring these to the channel. Like I said, they've been out since August, so I figured I would have to do it sooner rather than later. So you can kind of consider this a bit of a spoiler alert for the game, but really, it's not that big of a spoiler. We kind of already knew these characters were going to be in it. So this really isn't that big of a spoiler. If you don't want me to talk about it, if you don't want to hear me talking about it, you don't have to watch this episode because there might be a couple spoilers thrown in there. But here we are. This is really exciting. I figured we might as well finish this season off with a very strong episode. And what better way to do that than with these guys right here. We have Glamrock Freddy over here to the left. Glamrock Chica is right here. This is Montgomery Gator. This is Roxanne Wolf, and this is Vanny. And we're just going to go right down the line here. Glamrock Freddy will be kicking things off, because of course he will. It's his own game. So we're going to move these guys over here. And I'm really excited to see these, because I have not seen these out of the box yet. This is a first time look for me. So here we go. Alright, so the action figures, like the amiibos, can be a little bit tough to open at times, but, you know, we will get it opened. Because that's what we do on this channel, is we open boxes. This one, for some reason, was taped. I'm not entirely sure why he was, but this one was taped. But don't worry, I got it here. Alright, so, oh, if you did want to see I'll show it on one of the other figures. I was going to show the box, but I just got too excited. Okay, so got a couple of accessories here. He's got a little microphone. Of course, every Freddy has a microphone. And he has a microphone stand, actually. So this is pretty neat here. Doesn't really work all that well. There we go. He's got a microphone stand. And it does have one of these annoying things. So I actually brought scissors with me this time. Because if you remembered my episode where I covered the Azrael figure from the DC Multiverse, you would know that I may or may not have struggled with that one, but that's okay. There we go. Alright, it's time to get this figure out. There we go. That actually came out relatively easily. Alright, here we go. Oh, well... One issue I've always had with these figures is that their arms tend to come off way too easily. So I'm just going to have to try to be careful with him here. But here he is! Our first look at the Security Breach action figures. This is Glamrock Freddy. We don't know too much about Glamrock Freddy yet, except for the fact that he actually is going to be on our side in this game. The animatronics are not actually all evil. So this is going to be very interesting to see how this works. Looking at Glamrock Freddy, we see that he has some face paint on his face right here. He has a couple little earrings in his ears as well. He has the traditional top hat like all Freddys should. The rest of his body overall is meant to look more futuristic because this game does take place sometime after 2023. Within the timeline, so he definitely looks a little more futuristic. He also has a pretty futuristic, or not futuristic, realistic looking feet. He has like the bare toes and the claws and everything. So that's very nice detail on Funko's part there. Kind of these shiny little things on his knees and on his shoulders up here as well. And he has this nice little swiggle on his chest. Yeah, I mean, that's a really cool figure. It's a lot smaller than I thought it would be. Like, it's actually pretty short compared to some of the other ones. But this is actually really nice. Now, it's not exactly accurate to his design in the game, but they are making something later on this year that is, and I'm not going to say what that is yet, but I may or may not already have it pre-ordered, and I will definitely do an episode on it when it comes in. But this is what we have for right now, and this figure looks very, very good. Nothing much else to say. We will move Glamrock Freddy aside. They do stand on their own pretty well, something that not all the action figures do. So he can sit there with his microphone. I almost said guitar, but he doesn't have that. And we're going to move on to our next character, who is Glamrock Chica. The only one of the, well, there's only two of the main four characters getting a character in this game, those being Freddy and Chica. Bonnie and Foxy are missing from this game. So looking at Glamrock Chica's box here, the same with Freddy's, as their name right here in a very cool looking font, as well as the Five Nights at Freddy's security breach logo at the top of the packaging there. And on the back, it does have all of the characters you can collect. Glamrock Freddy, Chica, Roxanne, Montgomery, and Vanny are all on the back. And it does say collect them all. Something that the Pokemon Pops did not have last week. I'm still bringing that up. Alright, so let's get Glamrock Chica opened. This one hopefully will not be as difficult to open as the other ones. But, you know, we're going to try our hardest to get this open here. Actually, yeah, I got it opened pretty easily. There we go. Yeah, like I said, Glamrock Freddy for some reason had some tape on him, so I'm not 100% sure why he had tape on him, but that's okay. Alright, Chica is opened up. Put some trash down here. Alright, so, Glamrock Chica. She has a guitar, a very, very fancy looking guitar, I will say. Definitely meant to look, the Glamrock music style, I think, was in the 1980s. So it's kind of based around that theme with all of their instruments and even the characters themselves. Obviously, it says in their name. I feel like that's something I don't even have to say. Alright, there's that one, and there's that one. Very nice. It's actually been opening a lot easier than I thought it would be. There we go. Oh, Chica. Alright. So, just like Freddy, Glamrock Chica is incredibly small. At least it seems like it to me. But let's take a look here. Does have the, I think, the same Chica head as the other Chica action figure does. Right there, has a bow in her hair, as well as a couple of feathers right here, just to make sure you guys know that she is in fact a chicken. Has some gigantic earrings right here on the sides of her face, even though she has no ears. Don't know how that works. Overall, she has some very nice colors and textures down here by the knees, kind of like how Glamrock Freddy has those shiny red things on his knees as well. She has the same kind of pattern here where she has the same feet as her animal counterpart right there. She has gloves on right there. Oh, she also has the shoulder pads as well. Shoulder pads, that's what they're called. Man, I couldn't even think about that with Freddy. I was sitting there trying to think of what they're called. Yes, okay, so I finally figured that out. Overall, yeah, again, that's a very nice figure. I think they probably should have waited until the game actually came out to make these, because it kind of gives us an idea of how they're going to be looking in the game. But again, that's kind of the spoiler part. If you don't want to see how they look in the game, you'll just have to avoid this video for now. But there is Glamrock Chica. We will set her. I don't know if she does kind of stand on her own, so she can stand there. Okay, moving on to our next one. We have Montgomery Gator. This is a completely new character. We've never had an alligator animatronic in the series before, so this is a very new character to the game franchise. So this is our first look at him right here. Let's just get right into this. Again, the box is basically the same as all the other ones, so I'm not going to get into too many details on the action figure boxes. If they had the artwork and stuff, I would definitely show that, but they don't ever have artwork on this. Kind of a shame, but you know, that's just a pop thing, I guess. Oh, come on. There we go. Had to find the right spot to get it right there. Alright. I think they're all kind of taped, actually, now that I'm seeing it. It might just be part of the packaging. Okay. So we do have Montgomery Gator with us here. let's see what he has to offer. He also happens to have a guitar. His is a little bit different from Chica's. Definitely a different shape. I don't really know how to describe that shape right there, but his guitar is definitely a little bit different from Chica's. Hers is a lot bigger. Montgomery's definitely a lot smaller. Also, his is orange. Hers is blue and pink. So, very nice there. He does have those things on him as well, so I'm going to have to try to get those cut off right there. There we go. Come on. There we go. He's being a little stubborn. Oh, come on. Oh, come on, Montgomery. Work with me. Oh, no. Well, Montgomery decided to lose his arm. That is okay. Like I said, all these body parts come off and they can go right back on. That's how these figures work. Alright, well, here is Montgomery Gator. Lots of things to say about him. I love the red mohawk. Looks very, very cool. Funko did great on that one. Obviously, he is an alligator, so he has this alligator snout and the very sharp teeth. I'm sure that definitely will not come into play in the game at all. And he does have the very cool looking star-shaped sunglasses right there. Although I will say it's a little bit weird, they didn't give him any eyes underneath those sunglasses, even though it's obvious that he has eyes underneath them. We see the body definitely looking, he has like a little kind of a lightning bolt looking thing on his chest, whereas Freddy had the squiggle. We also see that on the arms, he has like the reptilian looking scales and stuff kind of printed on there, as well as some very nice looking chain bracelets right there. He also has a belt kind of around his waist as well. He has the same scale textures, and they actually feel textured too on his legs, and he has a very long tail right here as well. And again, for the feet, I think he just uses Glamrock Freddy's feet, except they are purple, because they literally look exactly the same, and they have the black talons as well. Other than that, though, very, very nice figure. I'm a big fan of this one. Great job, Funko. You did good with your first Montgomery merch here. Let's get him out of the way. This might be a bit of a longer episode, but since it is the season finale, I figured that would be the case. Up next, we have Roxanne Wolf. Again, a completely new character to the series. We have had one other Wolf character. Technically, we had Twisted Wolf, but Twisted Wolf was never in any of the games, so we can't really count him as a game character. He was just a book character, even though we got a lot of merchandise. So here's Roxanne Wolf. Again, the box is the exact same. We're going to get right into this because I'm actually quite curious about this one. I'm definitely interested because people were kind of talking about this one. Come on. Trying to poke a hole in it. Good lord. This box has been tougher to get. There we go. Alright. I do struggle with the action figure boxes for some reason. I don't know what it is. These boxes are just a pain for me to open. Thank goodness I don't do action figures that often. Alright. So here is Roxanne Wolf. Comes with a very cool looking keyboard. This is really interesting. Yeah, so she plays a keyboard, kind of a very interesting choice of instruments, green and black. I couldn't tell if that was green or purple for a second there. Green and black, and they did really good at actually detailing the piano keys and everything on the keyboard. Alright, let's get her open here. This might be easier to cut, because she's not as big as Montgomery. Sorry, Monty. No offense. There we go. See? Just like that. Oh, she still has a thing around her hair. Hold on. Interesting. Trying to protect the hair, I guess. Okay, so here is Roxanne Wolf. Noticing a pattern where all the characters tend to have these knee pads on and the shoulder pads. That seems to be a recurring thing here. One thing I will point out about the Roxanne Wolf figure is that they did indeed use the Funtime Foxy head as a repaint. I did notice that when they first announced the figure. Kind of hard to notice that, but if you were to compare the two, you could definitely see it. Like Freddy, she has the earrings in her ears. She has one little tuft of green hair. The rest of it is completely white, and you see it goes all the way down to her tail, which she does have a tail in the back as well, just like Montgomery does, though not nearly as long. She's got a very nice looking red outfit on. And again, I think they just used Glamrock Freddy's feet again for this one because it looks exactly the same and it even has the talons. So I will say that's a little bit of a disappointment that they didn't give them their own mold for that. But it's not that big of a deal. I'm not going to complain about it. Other than that, though, again, a very nice figure. Looks really, really good. Besides the head being Funtime Foxy's head, I think the rest of it looks completely new. I don't think, besides the feet, of course, look completely new, different molds, and stuff like that. So again, very good job for that one as well. This one doesn't really stand very well. There we go. So there's that. Alright, this is the one I am excited about. Here is Vanny. Vanny is the main antagonist of the upcoming video game. She is not an animatronic. It's actually a person inside of a bunny costume, kind of like a certain other character called Springtrap. So that's exactly what she's following in the footsteps of. So this is basically Springtrap's second in command, I guess, if you could say that. Again, I'm not going to spoil too much about this character, but there's going to be a lot about her in this game. So, of course, since it's not an animatronic, Vanny does not come with a oh, what is on it? Tape. They put tape on this? Come on, man. Hold on, I think I can probably get this out. Yeah, there we go. A little bit sharp, huh? Okay. So Vanny does not come with an instrument because, you know, she's not animatronic. Instead, she just comes with a good old-fashioned knife. No possible theories on what she's going to be using this for, but I'm sure it is not going to be for good. The animatronics actually do not like Vanny. They are not on Vanny's side. They are on our side this game. So very interesting to see how that plays. Nope, she lost an arm. Well, that's a shame. Not going to be using that knife anymore. Alright. Let me put the arm back on, maybe. Alright. Is it on? Yeah, it is. Okay. There we go. And the knife actually does fit into the hand, yes. No? Does the knife not really fit into the hand? Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Alright. There she is. There is the main antagonist of the next Five Nights at Freddy's game. This is Vanny. So we see her wearing a quite creepy bunny outfit. The mask definitely is incredibly terrifying. Has those red eyes, the open mouth with a couple teeth there. As you can see, there's a lot of like different materials used to make this costume. So it was obviously made probably just by herself within the game lore. So that's actually really, really cool. I have to give credit for that. This arm will not stay on. There we go. As you can see, yeah, lots of different material, including the hand, which is completely plaid here, as well as this part of the leg over here. Does not use Glamrock Freddy's feet, obviously, because there are no talons here. This looks like a completely new mold, actually. I think they actually went out and made a completely new mold for this character, which goes to show how important this character is going to be to the game. We also see this blue bow tie right there, because of course, that's what they all have. And yeah, that is absolutely terrifying, and I'm really excited to see how Vanny is going to be in the game. If you've watched any of the trailers right now, you've heard her voice. She's the one talking in the background. We even saw her jump scare at one point, so obviously she is going to be the focal point of the game. And I'm very excited to see what Vanny has to offer. But hey, that is going to do it, guys. This is the end of Season 4. We have lots of great stuff coming in Season 5, including another giveaway. And that you guys want to stay tuned for that one. That one will be amazing. But here are the 5 security breach action figures made by Funko. If you enjoyed, don't forget to give this episode a like, a comment, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. And I will see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.